You don't really know what's going on. You don't understand what the world is. It kind of knocks you out of reality in this way that's you're completely in another dimension. It's not even outer space, it's inside your mind somewhere.
If you've never heard of Thumper, it's a simple action game. You are a space beetle cruising through a dark, psychedelic world at high speed. It's a rhythm game, but our goal was always to make it feel like a unique and intense experience and different than other rhythm action games.
I just wanted to try to take this music game mechanic that people have done so much with, but just try to distill it down to something that's very pure, emotionally and conceptually. There's not a lot of there's no hand waving, there's no explaining to the player what's going on. The sounds are all explained. You know, all the sounds that happen are physically one object colliding with another object. The physics of the world and the tone of the world, the fact that you're trying to do this stuff to survive and that you can actually die, that you're a physical being in this certain universe, and there's a mood that it conveys. So that was the thing that was I wanted to see. I wanted to try to take that to an extreme, and it was something that if I tried to describe it in words to people, I didn't even really know exactly what it meant. I knew that was the direction it should go.
Brian actually started thinking about making a game and coming up with concept art before we even started working together. And strong art direction was always a real strength of the project. You can see from these early sketches, the kind of dark mood and vibe was already set. These are all pencil sketches that Matt Brinkman made. We wanted the character to be kind of circular, so it's easy to tell where the center point is. It needs to be low to the ground so you can see over it. And we didn't want some generic thing like a spaceship or a car. With those constraints, Matt just immediately said, oh, it should be a beetle. Neither Brian and I had never really designed a game before Thumper. We'd worked on games and kind of contributed to design discussions, but we were never actually responsible for designing the whole thing. And we felt that working at a sort of a corporate game development company, we would never really be able to do what we wanted and realize our artistic goals. Over 7 years of development, we built a custom engine. So it's over 100,000 lines of code. And we did all that with no external QA. It was just kind of Brian and us, and then with some help from friends at the end. Brian did all of the audio. He changed what the game sounded like so many different times. There were a lot of different musical influences. Some of the things we talked about were we wanted it to be really psychedelic, but we didn't want it to be light feeling or kind of wishy-washy. We wanted hard psych, we wanted, and it kind of 2001, right? The monolith, that image is so simple and stripped down, but it's terrifying. And the way we approached it was always by making the gameplay first and the visuals and kind of just adapting the audio to fit that, kind of the reverse of how I think a lot of other music games are made.
I wasn't writing songs and then building gameplay around that. We were building gameplay and then building a system where the gameplay leads to a musical experience. It's its own thing. The music and the gameplay together, it's not music and it's not a game. It's something else. My personal feeling about video games is that they are a stressful experience, and that's what's great about them. So I was excited about just trying to make a game that really makes you feel a lot of feelings, and it seems like going the dark route is You could go in other route. You could try to evoke other emotions, but it seemed exciting to just go in this dark direction. Stressful. The game is trying to stop you, and it's kind of traditional, I guess.